today, we're diving into a 2,000-year-old story to pull out a killer strategy for your career. Seriously, we're talking about the legendary warrior Guan Yu and how his personal code of honor is basically a masterclass for navigating the biggest, toughest choices you'll ever face at work. Look, we've all been there, right? You're loyal to your team, you love your boss, but then, boom, an incredible opportunity lands in your lap. The dream job, way more money, a title upgrade, and it feels like this impossible choice between your integrity and your ambition. But what if that's not the real choice? What if there's another way? Well, for the answer, we're going to look at a case study from ancient China. And trust me, it gives us a timeless blueprint for professional integrity. It's basically the ultimate guide on how to handle being headhunted by your biggest competitor. Okay, let's set the scene using some terms we all get. Our hero, Guan Yu. He's the A-list talent, the rock star performer that everybody wants on their team. He's incredibly loyal to his leader, Liu Bei, who you can think of as the passionate but kind of struggling startup founder. And the person trying to poach him? That's Cao Cao, the powerful, charismatic CEO of a huge, market-dominant corporation. And man, this dilemma is timeless. On one side, you've got Liu Bei's startup. It's high risk, built on pure loyalty, and the future is a total question mark. On the other side, you have Cao Cao's corporation, stable, swimming in resources, and offering you guaranteed status and power right now. It's a choice so many of us face. But here's the twist. Guan Yu doesn't just get a slick email from a recruiter. His startup gets totally crushed in a hostile takeover, and he's literally captured and forced to work for the competition. So this isn't just an offer, it's a full-blown crisis. He is now inside the rival's HQ, and his character is about to face the ultimate test. And this, right here, is where the story gets absolutely brilliant. Instead of just giving in, Guan Yu negotiates. He doesn't just accept the new gig, he dictates the terms of his own temporary employment. This is a masterclass in setting your professional boundaries before you even start day one. Now check out these conditions. First, he makes it crystal clear. My loyalty is to the institution, the big picture, not to you, the individual CEO. Second, he protects his team. My old boss's family has to be taken care of, period. And third, and this is the killer move, he defines his exit clause up front. He says, the second I find out where my old boss is, I'm gone, and that is completely non-negotiable. He made leaving a condition of his hiring. So the rival CEO, Cao Cao, being a pretty savvy leader himself, actually accepts these terms. But he's thinking, I can win this guy over. He decides to trap Guan Yu with what we now call golden handcuffs, just piling on the perks and rewards, hoping to make him forget what he truly stands for. And what an offer! A fancy title, non-stop feasts, heaps of gold and silver, designer robes, personal assistants, you name it. And the cherry on top? He gives Guan Yu the most famous horse in the land, the Red Hare, a steed so fast it was like the private jet of its day. But here's the thing. Of all these incredible, lavish gifts, only one of them made Guan Yu genuinely happy: the horse. He was polite about the money and the title, but he bowed deeply in thanks for the Red Hare. So why? What made that one perk so different from all the rest? And his answer says it all. He wasn't excited because the horse was a status symbol. He saw it as a tool that would help him fulfill his most important commitment, getting back to his old boss, Liu Bei, even faster. Every single reward was filtered through the lens of his core mission. The gold, useless for his goal, but that horse, invaluable. Well, eventually the day comes. Guan Yu finds out where Liu Bei is, and now he has to pull the trigger on that exit clause he set up from the very beginning. He has to resign, and the way he does it is just legendary. He doesn't just fire off a quick email. No, he makes a powerful, symbolic statement. He takes the official seal of his title, hangs it on the wall, basically saying, I'm relinquishing this post. Then he gathers every single gift Cao Cao gave him, leaves it all behind, and just walks away. The only thing he took was the horse, the one tool he needed to keep his original promise. So how did the most powerful CEO in the land react to his star player just walking out the door? With total, utter respect. Cao Cao actually tells his people, do not go after him, calling him a truly righteous man. By being upfront and sticking to his principles, Guan Yu didn't burn a bridge. He actually built one with his biggest rival. But the story's not quite over. You know how it is in big organizations. The CEO might sign off on something, but middle management doesn't always get the memo. To actually leave, Guan Yu has to get through a bunch of corporate checkpoints, and the managers there just see him as a traitor leaving his post, not an honorable man fulfilling an agreement.
So he has to run this gauntlet. This part of the story is famously called riding alone for 1,000 miles. At 5 different checkpoints, he gets blocked by senior officers who refuse to let him pass. They try to trick him, they challenge him, they attack him. And at every single pass, Guan Yu has to fight his way through, proving his commitment in the most direct way imaginable.
Let that sink in for a second. 6. He had to defeat 6 senior officers, basically the company's regional VPs, just to honor the deal their own CEO agreed to. This just goes to show that having integrity isn't a passive thing. Sometimes you really have to fight for it. So, what was the result of all this? The ultimate payoff. His actions forged a reputation for unshakable honor that has lasted for 2,000 years. A reputation so powerful it became his greatest asset, earning him respect even from the very people he had to fight against.
So what can we pull from all this? First, your principles. That's your personal brand. Figure them out early, before you're in a crisis. Second, real loyalty is to your values, not just to a paycheck. Third, an honorable exit, as Guan Yu showed us, can actually build bridges instead of burning them. And finally, your reputation for integrity, that's the one thing that follows you everywhere you go and that nobody can ever take from you.
You know, Guan Yu himself summed it all up with this incredible metaphor. He said, "Jade can be shattered, but its whiteness cannot be changed. Bamboo can be burned, but its joints cannot be destroyed. Your job, your company, that cannot break. But your integrity, that whiteness, those joints, that's the core of who you are. It's indestructible." And that brings us to the final question, the one I'll leave with you. What are your non-negotiables? In your own career, what is that unbreakable jade? Because knowing the answer to that is the real secret to building a legendary career.